So today's actually an interesting day because I have a brand new Apple Watch Ultra. It's actually not brand new anymore, and the reason I pretty much got it is because of Series 5, which is a bit old now, because now there's a Series 8 available. So I'm about 3 generations behind, so this is definitely due for an upgrade. So with this one, we are pretty much going to be going through a unboxing. So if you actually want to go and get this watch, then I will leave a link in the description for it. So definitely go check that out if you are interested, because it's a affiliate link and I get commission. So anyone who purchases one of these bad boys, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, and let's go. So just quickly flipping to the back, as you can see, this is the Apple Watch Ultra, which is 49mm long, and it comes with a large wristband. And now just for a quick size comparison, that's 49mm. And if we look at the Apple Watch Series 5, this is the 44mm version. And in case you're wondering why this is so dirty, it is because it's a cover, it's not the actual screen itself, so don't freak out. So as we can see, we have the Apple Watch here, obviously, and just to open it, it's very simply just pop this section open. So if we grab this end, just yank it out, grab this end, yank it out. Mountain version, I believe there are 3 versions of this, but each of them, honestly, it is the same. And as you can see, the Apple Watch Ultra, this is the actual watch face, and if we look on the other one, we have the actual wristband itself, which is good. And as we can see, it's a Alpine Loop Titanium G hook closure. And on the back of it, it just simply says Apple Watch Ultra 49mm titanium straight Alpine Loop, and size large, so I might need to actually make this smaller for myself. So first of all, we are going to be unboxing the actual loop itself, the manual that comes with it, which is the mountain climbing version by So It Seems. So as you can see, we got the orange Alpine version, which is the one I originally wanted, but I didn't have this in stock. I got this version, which is the ocean version, so that makes sense because, you know, mountains. And they had this version, which is the trail version, which is more like for people who do marathons, sprints, stuff like that. So I got this version, and it pretty much gives you instructions on how to actually go about connecting this up. And it's pretty basic. You get a in-depth feature of the actual Apple Watch and how it functions. It's pretty simple. If you've owned an Apple Watch, you pretty much automatically know how to use this and all of its basic features, and that's pretty much it. That's how it goes. So taking a quick look at the actual band, so once again, this is like the ocean version, and just simply grab and tear and shabam, it opens like normal. And this is pretty much just how to connect it. Pretty simple. Slap one side on, slap the other side on, and you're pretty much good. And this bracelet itself just comes in simple packaging, and just simply take it out. Now if we actually put this on me right now, I have small hands, so for me this is actually too big, but the simple way you do it of readjusting is here. Just take it out of its loop and just readjust accordingly according to your wrist size. And now as for the actual watch face itself, simple thing, just grab and tear, and just plops out like normal. And on this side you have the actual watch face itself, on the other side you have a little instruction booklet, and it just pops out like so. And after you've done that, let's actually give this a crack open, if you can do it. There you go. And comes with a MagSafe charging. So this is the actual mag itself. This is USB-C. So you've got MagSafe. You can actually use this for the watch itself, and for the old watches you can use it as well. So multi-purpose, which is cool. And you've got USB-C, which can connect to your PC. It can also connect to your other adapters, such as the standard 25-watt Apple charging adapter. You can go in there. All the bigger versions of the adapters, which is like the 75-watt MacBook chargers, you can connect to that to charge even faster. But the good thing I like about this already, this is actually a braided cable, which is awesome because I have so many of the just standard issue cables, and honestly they don't last long, they're not that good, they easily rip and tear. And I've had a few braided cables and it's a billion times better. Once you get one, you actually know that's 1,000 times better. and it just works. And as for the actual length of this is probably about 1 meter long, so it's pretty reachable to everything else. And if we look in the actual box itself, look on the back, there's absolutely nothing there. So let's just tuck that away. And this right here is the Apple Watch face itself. So if we undo it and undo this little side here, as you can see, you have the controller button here, which is, I forgot the technical name for it, but it's pretty much used to go in and out of your faces. You got a big button here, and looking above, you've got obviously where you put the strap, and you've got a strap on the other side. And back here, you've got the MagSafe charging, and if you look closely enough, it actually tells you which watch you have, so people know you're not a liar. And as you can see, this is the Apple Watch Ultra 49mm titanium version, and you can't really tell on camera to be honest, but it's actually pretty big. If I do a size comparison of these two, it's pretty big of a difference. Or if I even put it on top, you can tell the difference pretty much immediately. But the reason I went with the Apple Watch Ultra is because this one dies super quickly, dies probably within 5-6 hours, and I wanted a bigger watch face to be honest. So when the Apple Watch Ultra came out, I was like, you know what, this is actually pretty big, and since I have small wrists, this thing looks humongous on me, but that is what it looks like. So let me actually connect this up to the band itself, and I'll come back. So after connecting it, it actually goes around this way. I honestly thought it went around the other way, so I spent about 20 minutes trying to readjust it. So unfortunately it did turn on when I was trying to actually make this work. So bring iPhone near Apple Watch. Okay, we'll do that. And as you can see, immediately as I bring up my iPhone and I awake it, I am prompted with Apple Watch, do you want to set this up? We say continue, and welcome to Apple Watch. Simply just say set up for myself and hold Apple Watch up to the camera. So let's do that. Scanning, scanning, scanning. And just like so, your Apple Watch is now paired. It's super simple. So let's go to restore from backup. Forgive me, my phone died. So let's go to restore from backup, which is this one here. And after we checked it, say continue. And activating Apple Watch, this may take a few minutes. So once it comes back, I will actually come back and tell you more about the Apple Watch. So finally, after doing all of the tedious things, I have now been able to swap all the information from my old Series 5 to my new Apple Watch Ultra, and I have accepted the terms and conditions. Obviously, I set up a passcode for this, and now you get up to the stage of where you can select what's the font size. So if we bring up the actual Apple Watch itself, and we make adjustments here, as you can see, the adjustments play as fit, and if you want you can make it bold so it's a little bit easier to read, and if we unbold it you can tell the difference. So I'm going to go there, go with bold and just say continue, and this is my optimized limit. Say continue, share information, sure, why not. So I will do all of my health stuff and I will be back in a moment. So after we've done all of this, now we can set up our action buttons, and as you can see, you got workout, stopwatch, you got waypoint, you got backtrack, dive, torch, so on or off, and that is simply when the watch itself goes a bright orange or a bright white. So for me, I'm just going to put it on a workout because I pretty much do that every single day. Then we go continue, and this is the depth app can automatically open underwater and measure temperature, time, and depth. So I'm totally fine with having this on. Open depth when submerged, continue, always on display, continue. I would prefer it to be a grid view instead of a list view because that's my personal preference. I don't use it that much to be honest, because I only use it for mainly audiobooks, alarms, and checking my fitness. So this is, and now Apple Watch is syncing, and get to know your watch, and you can read through all of this. I'm not going to read through any of this, so I'm just going to say done, and we will let this run. So we will be back in a moment once again. So after setup is finally complete, just click continue, and pretty much you are all good to set up your watch. Now you can do mobile setup if you want to, but I'm not going to personally do this. And now your watch should function as normal. So as you can see, you can now do this, and if I double tap, it automatically sends me to workout mode, which is good because I work out quite a lot. So overall, right now, I'm pretty impressed. It's responsive, it's functional, and it's easy to navigate, just like all the other Apple Watches pretty much. So overall, would I say, am I happy with this watch? I would say yes, personally for me. Reason being is because this, I believe, has 32 hours battery life. If I am wrong, then I'm definitely going to go and correct myself. But I have a bonus of that because, as I said, my Apple Watch Series 5, it dies pretty quickly, and whenever I'm at work, I want to save time, and I haven't got access to my phone. Then it's like, well, you kind of can't go check it because you've only got what's available. This is where this comes in handy. It should last me at least 2 days, and from what I said before, the touchpad and everything is very responsive, and you've got everything such as the control button, another button I have not yet to know what it does, and you've got one more button which is the action button. So as you can see, homepage here, click it and it shoots me straight into the workout section. This does come at a hefty price. The only reason I would justify upgrading to something as big as this and as expensive as this is if you are in my situation where you have a Series 5 or even a Series 6 and let's say it's not functioning so well, then maybe upgrading to a Apple Watch Ultra is best for you. I was going to go for an Apple Watch Series 8, but I am pretty much the type of person that's like go big or go home, and that's why I end up with the watch, and it's the Ultra. It's gigantic compared to my wrist, but I feel like a boss, I feel like a bowler with it, so I'm pretty happy with mine. So if you guys have any questions about the Apple Watch Ultra, or what do I think about it, or anything along the lines of that, then leave that in the comments below and I will get back to you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time. Conclusively, I'm happy with my purchase.